President Biden is making history today as the first sitting U.S. president to visit the West African nation of Angola. The president's trip will focus on a major U.S.-backed railway project designed to link three nations and counter some of China's global influence. The president's trip follows the announcement last night of his decision to pardon his son Hunter from multiple gun and tax evasion charges. The sweeping pardon is a reversal of his previous position. Today, the White House offered some insight on how Biden came to this decision.
Two things could be true. You can believe in the Department of Justice system, and you could also believe that the process was infected politically, and that's what the president says. And remember, there was a deal on the table that the Department of Justice agreed on, and it fell apart. And his political opponents praised that deal falling apart.
President-elect Trump weighed in on President Biden's decision to pardon Hunter Biden with a post on Truth Social saying, quote, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have now been imprisoned for years? Such an abuse and miscarriage of justice." This is not the first time a sitting president has pardoned a family member. President-elect Trump pardoned his son-in-law's father when he was in office in 2020. Charles Kushner pleaded guilty years earlier to tax evasion and making illegal campaign donations. Trump has now named Kushner as his pick for ambassador to France in his new administration. And on his last day in office in 2001, then President Bill Clinton pardoned his half-brother, Roger Clinton, Jr. In 1985, Roger Clinton pleaded guilty to selling cocaine to an undercover police officer and spent a year in prison. The pardon helped clear his criminal record. CBS News correspondent Natalie Brand is at the White House. Natalie, the president's act of clemency basically protects Hunter Biden from facing federal charges over any crimes he could have possibly committed over the past decade. When else have we seen a president issue such a sweeping pardon?
Lindsay, I spoke to an expert on presidential pardons, a professor at American University, who compared this to President Ford's pardon of Richard Nixon and said really the scope and breadth here is unusual, describing this as one of the most broad pardons he's ever seen, and also noting that it's unusual to have kind of a period of time listed on the pardon as we have here, this 10-year window from 2014 to 2024. That, of course, covers a time span that covered the two federal cases that were pending against Hunter Biden, or actually, I should say, he had been convicted in his felony gun charges case and then pleaded guilty to the tax case. And that also includes a period of time that congressional Republicans had been probing and looking into in their inquiries into Hunter Biden and his family's business dealings.
Let's talk about the timing of this announcement. It came one day after Trump named Kash Patel as his pick for FBI director. Came hours before President Biden boarded that flight to Angola. Anything deliberate about the timing?
Well, a lot of people were anticipating or waiting to see if this would, in fact, happen this month because Hunter Biden was set to be sentenced this month in those two federal cases, one in California, one in Delaware. I think what is notable and surprising to some is President Biden on multiple occasions and through his press secretary reiterated that he would not pardon his son whenever he was asked about these cases against Hunter Biden. But the president, in his lengthy statement issued Sunday night, described that he believes that these cases were politically motivated. He also said that he wrestled with this decision, and it's a decision he made this past holiday weekend, one that he spent with his family in Nantucket. Now the president is in Africa. Reporters have been trying to shout questions to him, ask him more about this decision, this reversal, and so far he has not responded. The First Lady at a holiday event here at the White House earlier Monday said that she did support her son's pardon when asked by reporters. It was difficult to hear, but it appears that she said, of course, she supports her son's pardon, Lindsay.
Natalie Brand, thank you.